So if you're new here, I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and I point out to people's toxic traits and behaviors. I also break down text messages from possible toxic people like this one behind me, y'all. For a little context right here, she said her friend is still in love with her ex-husband. He beat her to the point of crushing her ribcage, sent her to the hospital, cheated on her endlessly, and is still trying to manipulate her. For further context, after he beat her and crushed her ribcage, he rode to the hospital with her just to scare her to not tell anybody what actually happened. So this is from him after the incident happened, to try to manipulate her into being a submissive wife. You can believe that the last 2 days or even the last 2 times before that were all fake if you want. Just like a lot of narcissists and toxic people, believe what you want. Believe what you want to believe. And typically, when they say that to you, you should absolutely believe what you are believing. You're blind if you can't see what we have. You're blind if you think that I have not forgiven you for what you have done. If you can't do the same, then just tell me. So I don't think that this woman has beat her husband into the point of breaking his ribcage and sending her to the hospital. But he's trying to compare and contrast, just like a lot of other narcissistic and toxic people will do. What about what you did to me? What about what you did to me? I forgave you. Why can't you forgive me? If the past haunts you, then ask yourself if you really do love me. Get in the car, honey. We're going on a guilt trip. They will try to guilt trip you into questioning your love for them if you don't forgive them. Like, literally, he broke her ribs and rode to the hospital with her, right? And now he's like, you don't really love me if you don't forgive me for damn near killing you. Again, change has to happen for this to work. Okay, let's see what kind of change, y'all. You saying that you're stronger? Good. I'm glad that you are stronger, but that doesn't mean that you have changed. So you have to change if you want to be with me. You have to accept and tolerate my horrible behaviors, my toxic behaviors, my physically, mentally, emotionally abusive behaviors. If you want to remain in this relationship, if you really love me. I mean, that's very, very typical of narcissistic, toxic people, y'all. If you want to be with them, you have to change who you are to fit them. You need to show me that you have changed. You act the same way as you did from what I have gathered. My wife will not be a distraction. So you distracted me from my goals by being beat up and hurt and going to the hospital and stuff like that. Support me and love me unconditionally. Oh my goodness, y'all. Narcissistic, toxic people want you to love them without conditions, but it's not the same way, the other way around. There are double standards that exist in these toxic relationships where you don't get to do what they get to do. Typically, a narcissistic person's love comes with strings attached, comes with conditions, but you have to love them unconditionally. You have to forgive me for everything I've done to you. She will believe in me. She will make me a better man. She will not be controlling over me. These are rules, y'all. These are not negotiation. These are rules to being in a toxic relationship. She will stay under control of her emotions. She will listen. She will trust me. This is him pretty much right here blaming her for what he did to her because she lost control of her emotions. He lost control of his. This does not get better, y'all.